And well, welcome to Perth, Australia. And we're kicking off the show with the women's women's World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match. And out first is big time Becky Lynch, the man who's looking to walk into WrestleMania Women's World Heavyweight Championship. She will interrupt Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley and whether that saying that she was also going to be in this matchup. Now, she is the greatest of all time. After Liv Morgan believes she's the greatest of all time, Rhea Ripley also believes that she is as well. But Rhea Ripley right now is the champion, so she's got more stock in that argument. Well, big time Bex has been a champion before. She's made event at WrestleMania before. And well, tonight she would love nothing more than to win the chamber tonight and walk out Women's World Heavyweight Champion to prove that big time Bex is the greatest of all time. Well, Becky Lynch will get a chamber spot. So she's got a better right at, or 2 women that will start the match apart from winning the chamber match, because she will have a rest and a bit of a breather to kind of plot and strategize in this match. And let's find out who's out next in this chamber match. And we know 4 entrances are, and well, next up is one of them, and that is Liv Morgan. Can hear the boos from Perth, Australia, because she said on Monday Night Raw to Rhea Ripley that tonight she's going to take back her Women's World Heavyweight Championship in front of her home country, her fans, her friends, and her family tonight here in Perth. Maria said to her, and to Becky Lynch, and to everyone backstage, that she does not care who's in this matchup. The only way of taking the title off her is off her cold, dead hands. And that's a big statement. I said Rhea Ripley was screwed up the title by this woman, Liv Morgan, and Judgment Day last year at WrestleMania, when Liv Morgan won this matchup last year to earn an opportunity at Rhea Ripley. And the Judgment Day betrayed Rhea and helped Liv Morgan become Women's World Heavyweight Champion. And she takes a chamber spot. So Liv Morgan in return, well, Rhea Ripley saw a return 2 months ago, and won the title back from Liv Morgan after missing 8 months of action. And well, you can hear the ovation for the home country hero, Rhea Bloody Ripley, the Nightmare, the Eradicator, and tonight, the Terrifier, the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. And Rhea stylizing the face mask she has to wear, the protective face mask, as she has the broken nose that was suffered at the hands of Lola Vice at the Royal Rumble, where she defended the title against Lola Vice in that matchup but came out injured. But Rhea tonight channeling one of her favourite horror characters of all time, Art the Clown, the Terrifier, donning the mask, donning the colours of Art the Clown, and maybe tonight donning the mentality and the undying will of Art the Clown tonight. And that is a scary thought for every woman in this chamber tonight, because Rhea Bloody Ripley said you're going to have to take the title off my cold dead hands. Well, Art the Clown did die, but he came back to life. And Rhea tonight is going to be hoping that if she does, well, maybe suffer a huge blow, she can fight back and keep that title. And what an innovation it is tonight here for the home country hero. Grew up in Adelaide, South Australia. Tonight we're in Perth, Australia. And Rhea gets a chamber spot. The champion is safe for now. And the woman getting the final chamber spot is going to be, let's find out. And what it's going to be, the Empress of Tomorrow, making her big return here in the chamber match. And that is Asuka. And someone not to be taken lightly here in this chamber match. A woman, one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, if not the best in a lot of people's eyes. And Asuka tonight got in the face paint that made it unstoppable back in Japan. And tonight she's done in that inside the chamber. And what a match we have so far. Asuka, Rhea, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan. 4 women that get the chamber spot. And there's 2 more. And Asuka fired up as always. And well, some of these women of history. And Asuka tonight inside the chamber. What a moment this is going to be for her. She can win the Women's World Heavyweight Championship and go into main event WrestleMania. And when she gets the final chamber spot, and there's going to be 2 more women in this match, so let's find out who they're going to be. The final 2 that are going to start this matchup off. And we'll know who one of them is. But either one, we don't know who that's going to be. And well, the one we do know who it's going to be Nikki Bella, who, via disqualification, because Naomi attacking Jada Parker, qualified for this matchup. See Naomi jumping Nikki Bella, causing a disqualification between Nikki Bella and Jada Parker, screwing over Jada Parker in that matchup, and allowing Nikki Bella to advance into the chamber tonight. Well, I spoke to Nikki Bella backstage afterwards, and she was pissed off at the way it happened. She was frustrated as she didn't get a clean, definitive victory over Jada Parker to earn this opportunity. So tonight, she said that she's going to give everything she's got to prove she belongs in this industry still, that proves she belongs in this matchup. Now she is, in her eyes, the greatest of all time. But we've got so many women that can claim to be the greatest of all time in the ring tonight. And Nikki Bella is slowing down her fellow competitors. That's Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Rhea, Ripley, and Liv Morgan. And what a match that would be, Nikki Bella versus Asuka. We've got some great one-on-one matches in this match tonight. So 6 women are going to compete. And the final one is going to be the rock star, Jacy, Jane. And in the words of Booker T, get your ticket here tonight for the rock star, who's impressed ever since making her debut many months ago. She was once toxic and now she's fatal. But tonight, can she walk out a champion? That is a question that she's going to answer tonight. This is a big opportunity for the rockstar Jacy Jane, starting the matchup off with Nikki Bella, the Hall of Famer. And well, Jacy Jane would love to beat Nikki Bella, to stake claim that she's beating a Hall of Famer and she is the greatest of all time. But you cannot deny the confidence and the ability of Jacy Jane. You may not like the attitude, you may not like the way she goes out of business, but she's great. There's no denying that she's a future champion, maybe future WrestleMania main eventer. And can she get there quicker than expected tonight? As her and Nikki Bella start this matchup off, Jacy Jane just, well, some words for the other competitors in this matchup, just like Nikki Bella did, just mouthing off at the rest of them, as Nikki Bella, well, she should be focused on Bella. Eyeing down Asuka is not going to get her anywhere right now. She needs to get past Nikki Bella first of all, as these 2 women start the chamber off, and the women go here tonight. And Jacy Jane with an enziguri, dropping Nikki Bella straight away. And Jacy now stomping on the wrist and the hand here of Nikki Bella to start the matchup off with, getting control, and now a senton to Nikki Bella here. And a kick to the back. Well, this is not the way that Bella wanted to start the matchup off with. Well, Jacy Jane is going out to ringside to just stare down the rest of the competitors momentarily. As Jacy now, Irish whip over the top rope out to the outside. And we're going big with Jacy Jane early on in the chamber match. Let's go big or go home. Calling Bella to a fit. This is quite a leap. She flies him with a crossbody, wiping out Nikki Bella. No, Jacy, don't do this. Don't do this, Jacy Jane. Think of your career. Huge splash and a horrific landing. What a start to this match. And Jacy's going again. What? No, Jacy, what in the world are you doing? As Liv Morgan now enters the matchup. And Jacy Jane thinks twice, smartly there. As Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella are going after the woman that started this matchup off on the front foot, and that is Jacy Jane. As Nikki Bella just taking a momentary breather at ringside what she needs to. The Shining Wizard there from Liv Morgan. A forearm there for Nikki Bella. Drops Liv to the mat. And now a snap of the leg straight into the pathway of Jacy Jane. Who what a start to this matchup it was for Jacy Jane. Giving high risk, high reward. Wiping out Nikki Bella on 2 occasions with Liv now. Stopping Jacy in her tracks. What a way to start the chamber. Well, Elimination Chamber tonight here in Perth, Australia. With the Women's World Heavyweight Chamber match. So the men's Undisputed title would be defended in a chamber later tonight with Cody Rhodes, the champion, defending. You get 6 of the men as Liv with a drop kick to the back of the neck there. of Nikki Bella. And out next in this matchup, who's it going to be? As Liv accidentally wipes out Bella. And it's going to be big time Bex, the man Becky Lynch, entering the matchup for fear. As Jacy Jayne now up on the shoulders with Becky Lynch. And a waistline clear. As Jacy caught there by Liv Morgan. As well, these three women, trailblazers in the women's industry, made big changes in their careers. As Nikki Bella taking out Liv Morgan here. As Becky Lynch drives Jacy Jayne into the pod of Rhea Ripley. And back in the ring goes Jacy Jayne, looking to go after maybe Nikki Bella, but caught by Becky Lynch. And Bella here, top rope. Launches Liv Morgan. As Lynch with Jayne in the corner here. As Becky thinking next as entrant number 5 enters the matchup. As listening to ringside. Will it be Rhea Ripley the champion or the challenger, Asuka? And well, it's going to be the champion, Rhea Ripley. And what is 4 women in this matchup, or 5 now, 4 in the ring. As Rhea just taking a second to survey the scene as a drop kick takes out Jacy Jayne. And Rhea now, what's Rhea thinking here? Walking in Jacy Jayne to the top of the industry, maybe saying that this is the level you've got to be at. As Lesnar with a backstabber to Rhea Ripley. And Jacy now. And well, Becky Lynch going after Rhea Ripley now, looking for a power bomb. Rhea Ripley with a power turns it around. And Rhea now. Jawbreaker by Liv, well, by Lynch, sorry. Super the legs as the cover there on Liv, and Nikki Bella was only a 1 count. As we'll ask the final entrant will be entering the matchup here in a second. As Liv with a huge knee. And Rhea now keeping the offense. As Liv kicks out and Asuka into the matchup. And Asuka arm drag takedown into a submission hold on Rhea Ripley. And Rhea could be the first to go for the submission hold by Asuka, but Rhea fights out of it here. As Nikki Bella drives Becky Lynch face first into the knee. And Rhea, roundhouse kick avoided. Lynch out the corner. Rhea, a sleeper slam there to Liv Morgan. Well, these two, no love lost between these two. Former friends, former tag team partners. As Rhea sent them lift to ringside. Into the unforgiving steel. That these days is padded, but there's not much give still. There's steel underneath that pad. Doesn't take much to feel the effects. As Rhea now turn around, set into the steel by Liv Morgan. And going after the leg here is Liv. A stomp again. As Nikki Bella sent to ringside as well. As Liv caught Rhea with her boot. All 6 women, sorry, in this matchup spread out now with Liv driven onto the steel. Rhea into the cover from the 2-hand choke bomb. But Liv kicks out too. Well, Rhea would love to get rid of Liv Morgan first tonight to send a message. Well, Rhea, I think was going to go after big time Bex, but she went back into the ring. And Rhea Ripley. And what a matchup this will be. Rhea versus Nikki Bella. And Asuka caught by Rhea. Asuka out the way. Caught though with a clothesline. And Rhea now going after the up and coming, the young star, Jacy Jayne, the rock star. As Rhea, a shot to the back there. Now Rhea with a straight jacket. German super. Nikki Bella got busted open. As Lynch now, well, Asuka, a combination of strikes here, and a roundhouse kick wiping out Rhea Ripley into the cover on the champion. But Rhea kicks that too. Well, Asuka thought that was enough as Becky Lynch though. Nikki Bella looking to fly. I'm not so sure who she's coming after. I think the blood may have been in the eyes. Oh, Bella, she may have suffered a concussion because maybe she thought that Liv Morgan was closer than she was. There's Becky Lynch going after Rhea Ripley here. But Rhea counters. And Rhea cameoed the knee. Into the cover. And SDF is locked in on Liv Morgan by Nikki Bella. Becky Lynch kicks out. It may have been a free count, not too sure, because well, Jessica caught the referee. Was checking on the submission, and Liv Morgan did not submit. It's Becky Lynch now. Cover at ringside. Well, submission hold by Asuka, sorry. On Jacy Jane. And well, did Jacy submit? I think Jacy Jane may have submitted. I think Asuka got rid of Jacy Jane as Liv Morgan. What is Liv Morgan thinking here? Look if she gets down. Jacy Jane did get eliminated by Asuka. By that submission hold, she locked in. And Rhea now. A reverse Alabama slammer to Asuka. Going into the cover to get rid of the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka kicks out at 1. There's now 5 women in this matchup. Nikki Bella, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. As Liv looking for a bulldog to Nikki Bella, but caught with a boot to the back there from Rhea Ripley, who just waited for a moment there. Well, Becky Lynch and Asuka, these two have history. And Rhea with a huge frying pan shot there to Liv Morgan, now stomp in a mud hole. So Nikki Bella now going out to Liv Morgan. And Becky Lynch working on the arm here, looking for maybe the disarmer at some point in the Empress of Tomorrow. There's a pinfall on Liv Morgan. And Liv kicks out. With Becky Lynch going top rope here. But Rhea Ripley with a ground and pound forced her to change her plans. And Becky Lynch now looking for the disarmer on Rhea Ripley to make Rhea submit. Can she do so to get rid of the champion? But Rhea stays in it. And Asuka now going out to Becky Lynch. Rhea with a leg drop to Nikki Bella. There's Liv. Caught there by Rhea. Sitting to the corner. And Nikki Bella from behind sends Rhea. Well, Rhea turns it around with a backbreaker there. And well, what's Rhea Ripley thinking here? Rhea Ripley launching Liv Morgan into the ring. Rhea with a knee. Well, Nikki Bella, Rhea says, it might be time for you to go. Riptide to the Hall of Famer. And just like a car struggling to get into the cover due to the action. And Nikki Bella kicks out due to that, the delayed pinfall. And that made us piss off Rhea Ripley even more. So I think Nikki Bella was done for after the Riptide if it wasn't for the counter referee being slow. And unable to get into the pinfall as Becky Lynch with a manhandle slam to get rid of Liv Morgan. And Liv is gone. 4 remain: Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, Asuka, and the champion Rhea Ripley. And Rhea set power bomb to the Empress of Tomorrow. But Asuka just kicks out Becky Lynch with a German suplex with authority there to Nikki Bella. Those two, that'll be a great matchup. As Becky Lynch manhandle slam to Nikki Bella this time. But Bella kicks out of a Riptide and a manhandle slam. But Rhea, I think, is looking to get rid of her. The prison trap locked in, and Bella no choice but to submit. Asuka. Becky Lynch kicks out low before the counter referee could even begin. There's Asuka here, caught by Lynch. One of these three will be women's champion at the end of the night. Would it be the current champion? Well, wait, I swear Nikki Bella tapped out. The Jessica can't not see it. Because Nikki Bella did tap out. What is Nikki Bella doing? She tapped out to the prison trap. I think Rhea's thinking the same thing. As Rhea now teeing away. I think Jessica Carr somehow didn't see the tap out of Nikki Bella as Asuka escapes the disarmer As Nikki Bella flies in, meets the corner flag, or meets the corner, sorry. And Rhea launches her. Well, Rhea's pissed off because she got rid of Nikki Bella. She tapped her out. She tapped out to the prison trap. I saw it, we all saw it. But somehow, the referee gets in the car. Didn't. It's Becky Lynch. What's he thinking there? Becky Lynch. Going after her. And Rhea with a roundhouse kick. And well, Rhea turns her attention back to Nikki Bella. What is Rhea thinking? Rhea. Oh, Rhea goes crashing for the pod. Holy shit. Rhea could be done. Rhea could be out. That could be a title reign done. And Nikki Bella will just about got out of the way in the time. Well, Rhea is in a bad way. Somehow still moving though. As Becky Lynch stalking Asuka in the ring. Well, Nikki Bella, what is Nikki Bella thinking? Manhandle slam to Asuka. A splash there. She got some of it, but not all of it on Rhea. And well, Asuka kicks out. And Rhea somehow still fighting. After going through the pod, sends Lynch back into the mat, well, back into the ring. Well, Rhea, I think, taking a second just to regain maybe consciousness after that horrific crash through the pod. And Rhea now back in the matchup. Two-hand choke bomb to Asuka, wipes out Lynch. And Rhea now turns her attention to, once again, the Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. As Rhea hoists her up here. This could be all she wrote. Drops her face first as well, Rhea. We're going into the pinfall, but well, there's a submission in the ring that Rhea had to relinquish the hold. But a pinfall, sorry. 4, and Rhea was thinking riptide, but Nikki Bella countered, and Rhea with a spear onto the steel floor. And what did the summer locked in? Asuka forced to submit, and Rhea boot to Lynch. Could take it out there by Nikki Bella. One of these 3 women will be champion. And Becky Lynch. Whoa. Manhandle slam to get rid of Nikki Bella. And Rhea letting her do so. Well, now it's down to Nikki Bella. Well, not Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. And now it's down to these two, Lynch v Ripley. Well, Nikki Bella technically got eliminated twice in this matchup because Rhea made her submit to the prison trap, but somehow just like I didn't see it. As Lynch over to the knee there. Well, he's chopped, caught by Rhea. But he's now throwing haymakers in the middle of the ring. Rhea, the home country hero. Becky Lynch drops it down there low. And Lynch now thrown to the face there. And looking to work on the legs here with a, well, kind of a figure 4 leg lock locked in on Rhea Ripley. As Lynch now drops the elbow to the back. And Lynch, like classic Becky Lynch. One leg drop. And a fadeaway leg drop there. Well, could Becky Lynch be about to become Women's World Heavyweight Champion? Well, if Rhea has something to say about it, she won't. Super kick. Well, Lynch with a knee. Well, Becky now. What's she thinking next there? With an explosive suplex there. Pump handle variation. And what is Becky Lynch about to become Women's World Heavyweight Champion once again? Or I should say Women's World Champion again, sorry. As Lynch this time in the corner here. The boot to the face. Measured strike there. And Rhea. Well, Rhea's rocked. Manhandle slam for the championship. But Rhea kicks out. And Becky Lynch can't believe it. And Rhea getting back to her feet. And Rhea now with a huge strike. And Lynch catches a kick. Caught by Rhea. It's Rhea now with a powerbomb to Becky Lynch. And Rhea now dropping all the weight on the lower back of Becky now. And with Rhea here, can she walk out champion? Or are we about to see a new champion in Becky Lynch tonight? It comes out to these two. And it's Rhea. Maybe a final message and a drop kick. That's Ripley now. What in the world is she thinking next to with another like suplex there to Becky Lynch. And now what's she thinking next there? Well, Rhea just going through the motions there, trying to win this matchup. As Lynch in the corner met with some huge strikes. And Rhea, overhand chop again. But Rhea this time, or whatever she was going for, I think Becky Lynch kind of countered and pushed her away. And well, Becky now swings her around. Kick to the knee there, trying to steal it. Rolls her through. But Rhea kicks out again. And there's the headbutt from Rhea. And what in the world is Lynch thinking next there? And well, Rhea back to the outside of the ring here. What is Rhea thinking next? Whatever it is, it's bad intentions for Becky Lynch. And surely she's not thinking what I think she's thinking. She tried this earlier tonight, and Rhea gets it this time. And what I should be threatening, holy shit, this crowd tonight, because Rhea went for the pod not once but twice. The first one by herself. And well, Lynch is out. Rhea has this match won. But Rhea wants to put a stamp on it. As well, Lynch is out cold. Lynch, I'm surprised Rhea's still going in this matchup, to be honest, after going for that pod earlier tonight. Maybe she got a block up, I don't know. But Rhea corner for the end of this matchup. Lynch on the top. But Becky somehow counters. And Becky caught by Rhea. And Rhea now with a razor's edge to Becky Lynch. Well, I think that counter from Lynch was just, you know, the last thing she had in the tank. And Rhea looking to send a message, just like she did to Nikki Bella, but this time we'll just as I call actually see the tap out. The prison trap locked in to retain the title. Can she make Becky Lynch submit here? And Becky, no choice, submits, and Rhea retains. Well, I need to find out what happened with that tap out from Nikki Bella, because that could have been a huge spanner in the works. So this is the start that Jacy Jane had tonight. What a start to the match she had. What match she had. Because, well, Rhea made Bella submit. But somehow she stayed in the matchup. Maybe just like a call was preoccupied, I'm not too sure. Because I was watching the tap out. I didn't see what Jessica Cole was looking at. Well, what a performance it was from Nikki Bella tonight. This is the moment that Rhea went for the pod by herself, trying to put Nikki Bella through it, and there's a splash. There's to the back of Rhea, which also hurt Nikki Bella. Well, this was the final moments of this matchup. Well, could have been the final moments of this matchup. The manhandle slam, middle of the ring. Rhea, well, Becky Lynch thought it was enough, but Rhea kicked out just about. And right here, Rhea channeling Art the Clown, the Undying. well, just the ruthlessness of Art the Clown, putting her through the pod, and then a little bit of a terror twin, Damian Priest, with a razor's edge into the turnbuckle pads there, and then the prison trap for good measure to make Becky Lynch submit to retain the title, and Rhea is still the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. And what a start to the show this is tonight. And when it's time for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match, and what a start to the show it was, with Rhea retaining the title. And what a match this is going to be, the Motor City Machine Guns versus MFT for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And when the Motor City Machine Guns lost their last matchup against the Judgment Day, now, it wasn't a clean win for the Judgment Day, but Finn Balor and JD McDonough did get a victory over these two on SmackDown. But like I said, it wasn't a clean victory, but that doesn't matter to the Judgment Day. They believe they should be here tonight to fight for the tag team titles. And what Adam Pearson, they call this, I said it's going to remain a 2-on-2 regular tag team match for the title, because, well, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, as they should have had their matchup at a Royal Rumble, but they got screwed out of it by the MFTs. The Tana Tonga attacking Chris Sabin and the matchup being called off. But tonight, MFT are forced to defend the titles against these two. With the whole world behind them, it seems like. Because, well, MFT, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa have been holding the championships hostage since they won them back at WrestleMania. And that is because, well, The Rock is the final boss. You can hear the boos for these two, but they do not care. All they care about is being champions. And tonight, if they can retain, then they will walk into WrestleMania Tag Team Champions after winning the titles at last year's WrestleMania, defeating then champions of the D'Angelo family in that matchup, in which they did cheat to win. And tonight, we've got a question: will there be interference? And, well, actually, I'm being told by Nick Aldis, well, the production team, that Nick Aldis has said that there's any bloodline interference tonight, they will be struck to the titles no matter the result here tonight. So it's going to just be a 2-on-2 match. No bloodline interference, nothing else. It's going to be a definitive answer, because, well, we need fighting tag team champions. For the past 8 or 9 months, we haven't seen the tag team titles. They've been held hostage by these two. And what a way we go here in this one, and what a feel-good start it was to the show, of Rhea Ripley retaining her title in front of her friends and family here tonight in her home country. But that feel-good feeling could be zapped out of the arena straight away, as MFT are starting this match off on the front foot with a big back body drop to Chris Sabin. And as we mentioned, had a match on Monday Night Raw against Seth Rollins in the main event, which was a great matchup. As Tama Tonga now just wearing down Chris Sabin, I see, in that matchup with the Judgment Day. Alex Shelley was worn down by Finn Balor and JD McDonough, but Chris Sabin was the man to get pinned in that matchup due to the damage he's been taking over the past couple of weeks. As Sabin looking for that kick, Tama Tonga out of the way, and there's a couple of foreign strikes from Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga now just heating up the crowd, I guess you could say. Tama Tonga now with some clubbing blows to the back of the head of Chris Sabin. That would drop into Alex Shelley. Oh, Tama Tonga is an unhinged individual, we know that much. Is barking at Chris Sabin there. And Sabin no. Again no, Tama Tonga out of the way. Sabin catches it this time, and there's an Enziguri. Now into a grind and pound here on Tama Tonga. Well, the crowd tonight, they want to see new tag team champions. They deserve new tag team champions, because, like I said, MFT have not been defending the titles. Chris Sabin tornado DDT out the corner there. And Sabin, we're cutting off Tama Tonga before he can make the tag. And Sabin now Total War neck breaker there. Well, MFTs have been on the receiving end of this matchup since a great opening few minutes. Sabin now tagging in Alex Shelley. As I notice it, Machine Guns now looking for some tag team offense here. A barrage of strikes here. And Alex Shelley now into the pinfall and Tama Tonga. But Tama kicks out the right too. And well, Tama needs to make the tag. To Tongaloa, sorry. Tama Tongalo. Spinebuster. A drop kick there to Chris Sabin this time. Well, Tama Tonga's been let off the hinge, it seems like, let off the leash. This tag team title bout. Got Tongaloa brought into the matchup. Punch in the midsection there. And Tongaloa now. A huge body slam there to Alex Shelley. And again just taking out Chris Sabin. Tama Tonga now. Well, Tongaloa, sorry, headbutt there. And a leg drop to the challengers. Tongaloa now. And we're looking to put this one away here. MFTs. But a Tongan twist. Busted up on Alex Shelley. And Chris Sabin saves the matchup for his team. But Alex Shelley catches him with the Inzaguri. Alex Shelley now busted open in this matchup. A snap suplex there. And a return to center, taking out Tongaloa. Alex Shelley with a roundhouse kick. Now they're Shelley now. Suicide dive, but Tongaloa out of the way. What a huge miss. With the MFTs looking to take advantage of it. As Tama Tonga takes out Chris Sabin. As Tama Tonga now kick to the midsection. And again with a Tongan twist. But Alex Shelley kicks out. Well, Alex Shelley's in a bad way. He needs to make the tag to Chris Sabin. If he can do so. So Alex Shelley now looking for the Instagram, but again taken out there. And Alex Shelley fights out of that one there. There's the Instagram again. Alex can take out Tongaloa. Just throwing shots at both men. They're stuck at the corner here of MFT. Alex Shelley trying to fight out here. And Shelley kicked to the midsection. Up and over the top. Impressive manoeuvre to retain the titles, but Tongaloa keeps the matchup alive for MFT. Well, Alex Shelley tagging in Chris Sabin. And I think he said, let's put this one away. Because Tongaloa can't get into the matchup. Well, Chris Sabin looking to make sure of it. Takes out the leg there. A bad landing there for Tongaloa. Are we about to see it? Are we about to see new tag team champions? With the Motor City Machine Guns hitting their biggest manoeuvre. And we are. And when it was a quick matchup. But MFTs have been dethroned. And well, that might be the consequences of being out of action. As much as they have been. Because they tried all the underhanded tactics. Taking out whoever was on the apron multiple times in this one. But Motor City Machine Guns are your new undisputed tag team champions. And I can't believe it. I honestly can't. I didn't think we would see this moment of MFTs getting dethroned. But tonight, in Perth, Australia, we have done so. Well, this was almost the end of the matchup here. He assists a Tongan twist, took with more authority. But Chris Sabin saved the matchup. And right here was almost the end of it. Alex Shelley sent back into the ring. Chris Sabin out of ringside. A Tongan twist. Hit for a second time. This time by Tama Tonga. But somehow, Alex Shelley kicked out. And what I think that lost to Judgment Day just spurred, you know, these two on more than they would have been otherwise. Because losing to Judgment Day in that loss that wasn't clean, I think woke up the Motor City Machine Guns more than ever. And there was the final moment for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And well, we've got new tag team champions here tonight in Perth. And there you are, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. And when it's time for Brock Lesnar to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against this man, Seth freaking Rollins, who has been wanting to try the title for many months. He did have a shot at then champion John Cena, but CM Punk screwed him out of it. And what he at WrestlePalooza 3 months ago hit a double foot stomp on Punk. We haven't seen Punk since then. And like I said on that night, we may not see Punk again until that brutal match between Rollins and Punk. But tonight, Rollins walks in, the challenger. Can he walk out the champion headed into WrestleMania? He said he wants to win back this title for the industry and for the people. Because well, John Cena, who was the champion, didn't defend it as often as he needed to. And Brock Lesnar, well, this will be his second defense. He defended against John Cena at the Royal Rumble and retained. But tonight, he's facing someone who's defeated him before, who was then called a Beast Slayer. Defeated Brock Lesnar on the biggest stage of them all to win a title at WrestleMania all those years ago. And what a surprise singer's song. He is a revolutionary. He is a visionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. And tonight, he is a challenger for Brock Lesnar's World Heavyweight Championship. Well, let's get the champion out here. You can feel a big fight feel here tonight. And what a show after for Rhea retaining the title. Motor City Machine Guns just winning the titles moments ago. And well, here comes the Beast, and the atmosphere has just changed in this arena. Because well, Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena, for lack of better words. And well, Cena, yes, is now the IC champion. But Brock in that title match mauled him. And in the words of Paul Heyman, played with his food. And tonight, Seth freaking Rollins has been warned by Paul Heyman in that heated exchange between the two on Monday Night Raw. Now Brock, who's going to circle the ring here, may never, well, Seth may never walk again after Brock's done with him here tonight. And what Paul Heyman said was a bit more heated, saying that Seth would never walk his daughter down the aisle if he turned up tonight. And that fired up Seth Rollins, as you'd expect, bringing his daughter into the equation. And well, tonight, Seth is fighting, he believes, for the industry, for the people, but most importantly, for himself. He knows he can defeat Brock, but this is a more dangerous version of Brock Lesnar we've ever seen, and that is scary to say, because this Brock Lesnar is more confident than ever and is out to destroy anyone in his path. We saw it against Cena, and tonight we're going to see it against Seth Rollins. The crowd singing his song. Let's hand you over to Alicia Taylor for the ring introductions here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent
And what this title match has an uneasy feeling about it because Brock, well, hands over the title to Charles Robinson, who maybe the most terrifying title handoff he's ever had in his life. Or Seth looking at the title that he once held, what over a year ago now, maybe 2 years ago now, or nearly 2 years ago, I guess you could say. I think it is nearly 2 years ago now that Seth was the champion. And Seth tonight is looking to win it back, and Brock is the beast he has to slay to get it. And what a way going, Rollins wasting no time going straight after Lesnar. And Rollins now, after that first knee, drops another knee on Lesnar. And Seth here clearly has a game plan. Strike quick and strike fast. And Brock with another knee, and Rollins again with a fourth knee. And Seth is a man possessed, and Rollins with a huge kick there. And Lesnar's rocked here. And Rollins has come in tonight with a game plan, and it's working to perfection right now for him. Visionary forearm to the back of the neck. And Seth, it could be a quick night, but Rollins here, stomp to Lesnar. Into the cover. But Brock kicks out. Just. And it was almost a very quick evening for our main event. Well, for this matchup, for this part anyway, to break the fourth wall with that one there. As Brock now looking to rally in this one after being stomped by Rollins, hit with multiple knees. And Brock now measures Rollins with a huge shot to the back of the neck. And Lesnar now looking for a glancing knee strike to the side of the face of Rollins here. Now into the ground and pound down Seth freaking Rollins. Looking to bust open Seth, it seems. And Lesnar again, staying on the attack, this time with the knee strikes to the side of the head. A return to sender with the knee shots. And Rollins is rocked here. And Brock just mauling Seth here. Well, Brock is a man possessed, it seems. After the bad start to this matchup that he had. Rollins now, straight jacket, German by Lesnar. And Rollins is in a bad way here. A Seth, deadlift. Powerbomb by Brock. And like I said, Lesnar seems pissed off here. And this could be a bad night to be Seth freaking Rollins. As Lesnar now measures the knee strikes to the midsection of Rollins here. And now Lesnar again with another huge German suplex. And now back into the ground and pound it just like that. And Rollins had a great start to this matchup, but it's gone bad very quickly for Seth. As Brock now looking for this knee strike again. But Rollins out of the way. And Seth, super kick. And Lesnar's rocked here. After that huge super kick. Seth in control now. Driving Lesnar face first. But Brock fights out. And Lesnar now taking Seth Rollins to Suplex City. With 3 emphatic German suplexes. Well, I think Brock is looking to end this one already. And Rollins up. F5. But Seth kicks out. And Brock can't believe it. And Rollins now at the mercy of Rollins. Well, at the mercy of the Beast again. But Seth out of the way, that knee strike. Pedigree. And Seth now dragging Lesnar, who Lesnar may be out here after that pedigree. And Seth now sizing up Rollins again with a second stomp. Or sizing up Lesnar, sorry. And will Seth just hit the stomp on Brock And poor Heyman just come out of nowhere, distracting Charles Robinson, the referee. And while Heyman has the referee distracted, Punk is out here. We haven't seen Punk since WrestlePalooza, smashing Rollins face first into the apron, and also has Charles Robinson, the referee, distracted a GTS to Rollins, and Brock is starting to stir in the ring after that stomp from Rollins and Punk. I think I just handed Brock Lesnar to the win here tonight. And while Brock may have just been handed the victory by Paul Heyman, and most importantly, CM Punk. Another F5 to Rollins. And Brock retains the title. But Seth got screwed tonight. Not only Paul Heyman coming out to distract Charles Robinson, that seemed like a plan. That seemed like a well-orchestrated plan here tonight. Well, maybe Brock didn't know about it. I don't know about that much, but Paul Heyman and Punk clearly devised something, or maybe Punk just took advantage of a situation. Paul Heyman came out to distract the ref after the stomp, which probably would have seen Rollins become World Heavyweight Champion. And as Charles has been distracted by Paul Heyman and ejected him from ringside, CM Punk hit a GTS on Rollins, threw him back in the middle of the ring. Brock came back to his senses, picked up Rollins, hit one final F5 for the 3 count. Well, this was the turning point right here. This is the moment that Seth would have been world champion. Out of the way, then he struck a pedigree to Brock, and then dragging Lesnar into position for the stomp. And then the distraction happened, and right here, Rollins getting back to his feet, dazed, confused after the GTS, and one final F5 saw Lesnar retain the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight. And well, Seth's going to be pissed off, and rightfully so. Punk screws Rollins again at the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, Punk is back. That's one headline, but the other one is Brock Lesnar is still your World Heavyweight Champion. And who would have thrown him? It seems that Brock is just undefeatable right now.